Okay. All right, making some progress on the musical bike. Have some broken prototypes there on the table. Otherwise, what I've been focusing on is starting to figure out how to make what I presented in, was it last week? I guess so. Last week's assignment. What to do to make it a little bit more like playable in real time. So I think I showed this off in class, but here's a 3D printed version, sort of nestled in there. Maybe you can see it better from this angle. Kinda, anyway, those wires are leading to a potentiometer. There we go, that's helping the focus a little bit. Where I've got this cool little wheel here that allows me to adjust it as I play, and I can get kind of a full rotation of the potentiometer there. I'm going to experiment with just mapping this one out. I think I focused too much on trying to get full rotation out of the potentiometer, when in reality I have a brain and there's mapping as possible, so I don't need to do that full rotation unless whatever I'm controlling is super sensitive to resolution, but I don't really think it will be. So I think even just like however much I can move with my thumb in this motion is going to be sufficient. We'll see. Down here, I have my accelerometer mounted kind of as flat as I could get it right here, just to try to constrain it into mostly just my x-axis as I move. I believe it's my x-axis. X or Y as I move. That guy was just held on tape and was kind of variable and was not quite working out. So I'm really just sort of experimenting with brackets and locations. These are all bolted on. You can see some little screws in there and kind of a similar setup up top. I think I've got about as far as I can go, honestly, right now with my sort of attachment mechanisms here. I'm going to jump into Ramon's office hours on Monday and really start to pick apart the Faust program and start to think about how to make it more expressive from that side, because I think that's probably going to dictate sort of what functionality I want to have here. I mean, for instance, it's not going to be difficult for me to 3D print a different clamp up here that incorporates a couple buttons, so I could perhaps like switch between modes and sort of change the functionality of this one wheel, so that this hand can maybe adjust like 3 parameters at once, and I could have something similar over here. This is just a bell, but I could have something similar over on the other hand that could adjust many other things or just one thing. So I sort of want to experiment on the programming Faust side with with what I want to achieve. Then I feel like I have the confidence to 3D print, do like the 3D modeling, and do the more engineering side of things to physically place what I want on this bike. So I think that's what I'm looking forward to doing, and that's what I'm going to spend my time doing in the upcoming weeks. Thanks.